And the reason that I stopped eating is because I know that I like to read a lot about food. And a couple of years ago, my father had a TIA, and I went to Curacao, and only with food, I helped him cure. Helped him get better in 2 weeks with some combinations that I made in his meal that made him come back. His sugar was his diabetes was good. His blood pressure was good. Cholesterol, everything from for 2 weeks. Everything in 2 weeks, everything was good again. So I involved myself much more in knowing about what we eat, how we eat, what um, how it interferes with our nature. So that's how I knew that cancer is fed by sugar. And because I know that almost everything has sugar, the first thing that came to my mind was stop eating. Then I know I'm not feeding them. That's the first thing that came to my mind. And when you really want to live, when you really want to get better, when you really want something, I'm a very black and white person. Or I do it or I don't do it. If I want something, I go for it. And I know that if I go for something, I get it. Everything in my life, if I say I want it this way, it gets this way. If I want something, I just go for it. I really, really go for it. And that's one thing that helped me a lot. That when um, when I heard that, it was like I have to stay alive. So I'm gonna do anything in my power to stay alive. And one of them is make sure that no sugar is entering my body. So I stopped. That's why I stopped eating. And I'm a pretty healthy eat, but I do eat a lot. I love cooking. One of my hobbies is cooking. And because I like to cook, I try to make my healthy food taste wonderful so I can eat it. And I cheat a lot. Oh, I do cheat a lot. I do eat my pigtails. I do eat my stoba. I do eat all of that. I eat everything. But now I'm clean, so I try to eat them like in small portions, or like if I eat 2 days, I indulge myself in everything that's not good. I eat ice cream. I eat everything, but like um, I consider when I eat a lot of bad food, I compensate with a couple of days of good food. So that's how I do it because I cannot leave my stoba behind. I won't do that. So, but I try to combine it with very healthy food, and healthy food is a lot of vegetables and and fruits.
But you said you went pure water. How was that? How was the first day, the second day, the third day, the week? How was that?
It's all your mind. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. When I see my daughter, I'm like, yeah, I won't eat. I was cooking for everybody at home. I still kept cooking and everything. But just because of my daughter, I was like, I have to live. So the food was not important anymore. I believe in mindset. Your mind is very, very, very powerful. Your mind is so darn powerful that you can do everything with your mind. Even stop eating like I did. Because it's very important that you have a purpose, you have a why. If you have that, you can do everything. Because your body doesn't need all that food. You see, I'm big. I'm not skinny, so I eat a lot. We all eat more than we need. And well, then I was skinny when I stopped eating that long, and then I started eating very little and only sour and bitter vegetables and stuff like that to get my body alkaline. And then I started eating more, uh, um, more variation, also fruits and stuff. But in the beginning, it was just water, and then only sour and vegetable, bitter vegetables. So that is that's how I did it.
Okay, how
And
was
it's a mindset thing, Jacinta. It's a mindset thing. If you know that that can cure you, if you know that that helps you to stay alive longer, to be with your family, to be with your kids, to be with your spouse, to be with whoever, or you even just want to live, you will do that because it's very important. We do things for two reasons in life. We do things for love or for love and fear. That's our motivation. We are motivated by love or we are motivated by fear. And if we are motivated by fear, we do things or we don't do things that's bad for us. If we're motivated by love, we always do or don't do things that's good for us. And my I was driven by love for my daughter. I wasn't driven by fear of going to die, but I was driven for going to live for my daughter, and that's love.
I understand. Can you tell me what her name is, please?
Amari,
Am
Amari, and
Amari,
Amari means a wonder, a miracle as a gift of God.
a miracle. Okay, my children are also gifts of
Hmm.
God. I named them both gifts of God. Well,
Yeah.
I would like to hear about your trip to India. Why you chose
Hmm.
India and where did you go to for the cleansing?
Um, I went to Rupchaka something. It's you can Google it. It's with uh, Dr. Mehta, Metha, Mehta, Dr. Mehta, and he has a an office in Amsterdam. He has more in Holland, but he has in Den Haag. And there I went with him, and I could do this. I don't remember the name of it. It's about 4 years ago. So it's kind of a time in my life that I just put behind and go further because I don't use that time of my
you
life
don't dwell on the
anymore.
past. Yes,
I
I
no.
got you.
And I had 5 weeks of treatment to do the cleansing of my whole body. And when I came back, I went again to make the scan, and I was totally clean. I was good. And now I go to do the scan once in a year. But the India trip was with Dr. Mehta. Is a Ayurvedic doctor, and he guided me in all of it.
I
And why I choose India because I heard a lot of good news about this.
yeah, there's I believe the the church that I still attend and grew up in, we believe
Hmm.
the Seventh-day Adventist Church, we believe the same things. But I think what happens when you live in the West, the
Hmm.
you become indoctrinated with what you eat in the West. We become indoctrinated with what we see on the TV. We believe in what, and it's very simple. You buy what you can get in the shops and you live according to the culture of the land, but then you also
Hmm.
pay the price because I'm looking
Hmm.
for the eight laws of health, and
Hmm.
this is what we believe in sunlight. Let me make sure I don't have it wrong. um, Nutrition. You just said it. As soon as you mentioned the type of food, because this is how I love to eat. I love to. Right now, I'm also fasting because they discovered fibroid in my womb, and I'm like, look, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm at the end of my reproductive life. This is when I'm going to get a fibroid. I'm like, no, the devil is a liar. So I believe also in fasting. So I was feeling so happy because I had gained weight again. But I need to share this.
Mm.
I had gained weight because I started eating the food that they were cooking at the bakery. And it was
Oh.
this Surinamese. Normally, I don't eat meat and stuff so much, but this time I was tasting
Mhm.
everything. Oh, let me taste the oxtail. Oh, let me taste the chicken. Oh, let me taste. And because of what happened last year with, I told you about the my breast cancer scare. I had lost
Yeah,
a lot of weight because I was already fasting, and
yeah.
I'm not heavier than 47 kilos. So I lost a lot of weight. So the doctor, oncologist was like, no, you need to eat. I was like, okay, you don't have to encourage me to eat. It's so there's a lady, she makes these delicious cakes at the bakery. And I was like, oh, let me taste it. Well, let me taste two. I might as well. And within 5 weeks, I had gained like 5 kilos. I was up to 52 kilos. So if I had continued like that, I would have been rolling by now. Anyway, so what happened then? They discovered this fibroid which I have in the family, and I'm like, no, let me go back to how I used to eat. So I'm now on a cleansing fast. I There's a doctor on a friend's side that I visit, and he is a real regular doctor, but he retired. So what he's doing now is natural healing. So I would go to him and he would put me, he would test the blood and go put me on a machine and look at everything. And then he would advise accordingly. But what we grow up believing in is nutrition, proper nutrition, exercise, and not overdoing it, just half-hour walking every
Yes.
day,
Mm-hmm.
clean water, sunshine, temperance. Temperance means balance. So you
Yeah.
the balance, rest,
Mm-hmm.
which is my weakness,
Yeah.
clean air,
Mm-hmm.
and confidence and trust in God. And with those eight laws,
Exactly.
you can heal everything. And I'm sure this it agrees with what you did. And
If you keep those 8 laws, you won't even get sick.
there we go.
If you
However,
if you do that, because it's all in your mind
it's
also, and like even because in the West we stress a lot. The resting, the keep the balance and stuff like that. It's not over here. We stress a lot. We eat what we get in the groceries. We do a lot of bad things. Now I have a friend that plants that has his plantation in Belgium. I get my vegetables from him, and it's all
the organic
what
stuff.
is it, by organic. Yes, because he does everything himself. So I get my vegetables from him, and I try to balance my food, but I also take a lot of time for myself. I work as a payer, how you call that?
What's
Particular. I don't work for the government and stuff. I do my my counseling, my trainings, everything. I do that by myself. But I measure the time I use to work against the time I have to rest. I take a lot of time off for myself. I go on vacation. I make time for my daughter. I go do just nothing with her. I teach her to take time for herself, to eat right, to enjoy life, to believe in herself, not let anybody tell her that she's wrong or she's not good or whatever. You know what to do, because if you're aligned with yourself, whatever you do is good. You have to have manners. You have to know how to respect people to get respected. Don't let anybody tell you things that you don't want to hear. Like that, because we have a lot of trouble pleasing everybody and listening to everybody. So we get stressed up. And stress is one of the very big reasons we get cancer or any other disease, because we stress a lot. We don't rest. We don't take sun because we're always in the office. We don't go to the beach. Okay, well, I don't go to the beach in Holland either. So I try to go to Curacao once a year or once in 2 years, because we need that water. We just need that. So stuff like that is very important for people to. And if you can't manage your stress, look for somebody that can help you with that. I have a lot of people that come.
Don't, and
Mhm.
I couldn't wait. I'm like, yes, now I respect rest. Now I respect
Exactly.
rest.
You don't see stuff till you have to see it. You don't see the situation. You don't appreciate actually all those. Let me call. I don't like rules, but all those instructions in life, because people came before you and they know why, because they know why you do something. And rest is one of the most important things in life. I don't know who invented 5 days of work and 2 days of rest. I think everybody has to do 3 days of work and 4 days of rest. But then the economy, which has us so wrapped up in it, makes that we want to work, 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 because we need money, 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 money. Because with money, 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 we can buy something,
A
and it's not
vacation.
our freedom.
With the
It's
money we
not.
can with the money we can buy a vacation.
Yeah.
Instead
And
of,
if you don't run behind the money, you won't need a vacation.
and
We
that
must
and
have a
that's
vacation every day.
and that's how stupid it is. And then a friend of mine at the bakery, he's always like, our people hate to plant. Now we have enough land, and especially the area where we have the bakery, there's also it's like a valley, so all the water settles there. So we have a lot of water and a lot of clean water. It was tested. The water is like grade A water.
Oh,
And it's just, I think there's like maybe around my area alone, there's 5 wells. Literally, if I walk outside of the bakery, there's a well. No one is using the well. And my friend is always laughing. He's like, we don't want to plant. We can just easily put a papaya seed in the ground. It helps keep our skin clean. It helps to grow our hair.
exactly,
But we are
exactly.
not going to do that. But we will go to the supermarket and complain
And
that,
by
no, that it's too expensive. We will complain that the papaya,
exactly,
he says, we're going to complain that the mango at the supermarket is too expensive. And I
and
laugh.
you have everything to do it yourself. Why wouldn't you?
It's too much work. We prefer to work behind a computer.
You know what I would love to do? I would love to go to the Antilles, the former Antilles then. Like St. Martin, you have such a good soil, such a good temperature, such a good you can grow everything there. And get me a couple of a group of youngsters, and help them with their mindset so they can start farming, because that is the future right now, farming. And then they sell their stuff. They go to the supermarket, look at, okay, mango is like, I don't know what price it is. Mango is like $4 or something. They can sell it for three
I am saying
and
that
help them, and then and
every
still they get the money.
I'm saying that every day. I said, look, we have the natural hair movement now. Even if we just
Absolutely.
plant aloe vera, it grows like
Yeah.
weeds. Even if we just plant the callaloo, even if we just stick to one crop each. And I'm looking at the
Hmm.
land and I'm like, why are we making ourselves sick when we have it all? And sometimes we have dry weather too. But honestly
Yeah.
speaking, with proper preparation, even that could be solved, because where, trust me, where I have the bakery,
Absolutely.
we have enough water. We have water just
Absolutely.
wasting.
And Jacinta, I've been to Gambia and Senegal a couple of months ago. They have 3 months of rain. The rest of the time is dry. If you see the plantations on these soils, only 3 months a year they have water, and still they have the best mango I've ever eaten. They have mangoes. They have patia. It's called watermelon. They have melons. They have um, almonds. They have everything. Everything. Okay, they don't have apples, but who needs
You
apples?
know,
But they have everything. They have grapes. They have everything. Why can't we do that?
uh,
Why
my
can we
um,
not?
my father has a green thumb, and he's a farmer, and he plants, and he's in his 70s, and he's planting, and he's strong, and he complained a bit about the dry weather, because
Yeah,
they will need the support to conserve the water. And
yeah,
sometimes
yes.
we do have a problem with roaming animals. Sometimes they break into the farms, and they help themselves. So it's a there's a couple of challenges why it's not happening at the rate we would like it to happen. But I also believe in mindset. Once there's a will, there's a way. If we keep pushing forward,
Yeah.
it will happen. But we do have people planting on station. There's another gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Wellington Francis. He knows a lot about natural healing too, and he's
Mm-hmm.
also he told me also that he battled the same he had the same challenges that you had, and he healed himself. He's also healing himself with herbs and stuff like that, stuff that he's advising everyone. Hi, Mr. Francis, I'll send you the link. I really would like him to hear this program. So I think that's it. We have 10 minutes left before the program ends. The idea is, again, you said mindset. That is what I got from you. You said
Yes,
mindset.
absolutely.
You first told yourself, I have my princess. Let me get her name again.
Amari.
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 Okay.
Amari.
Okay. Amari. And because of her, you said I have to live. So there's no death is
Correct.
no option. That's first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you said, let me stop eating because there's sugar in everything. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to feed the cells anymore. I am
Mm-hmm.
going to just starve them.
Yeah.
And then so you went on a water fast. After
Yeah.
you did your research from doc, you went into Dr. Sebi's methods,
Yes.
and then you got in touch with the gentleman, Dr. Mehta,
Meta.
from
Mm-hmm.
India, and that was
Mm-hmm.
after 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, I met Dr. Maida when I started eating already. I was like 9 weeks further
Okay.
than when they gave me the information.
And after that, you flew to India,
Yeah.
and you stayed in India for 5 weeks, and then you came back, and they
And
could
I was good.
you had no tumors. That
Yeah.
is such a powerful testimony. I am so happy that you're willing to share it with us. I had a friend,
Sure.
her sister had breast cancer, and she said almost identical what you said in the beginning. She said, my sister, the doctor said my sister has cancer. But I say, I am not accepting any messages from the devil's kingdom. The devil's kingdom is negative, and he lies a lot. So I'm not accepting any
Mhm.
messages. It's not true. But in the meantime, there's an indication that something is out of balance in my sister's body, and we are going
Right.
to work on that.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's exactly how it is. Yes.
exactly. So we have,
Yes.
and you're encouraging us to eat healthy. We went through the 8 laws of health properly. Miss Nikki, you tell me. What's that?
Nicky Roger.
Nicky Rojer.
Rojer.
I can't forget because the cook at the bakery is also Roger. Nicky
Oh,
Rojer.
good.
Yes. Go ahead. I
Yes.
will take my counseling.
First thing you have to do, if you feel any disease, check which emotion is connected to it. Then you can heal that emotion. Your mindset is the first thing that you have to be aligned with. Know that you can do everything and trust that. Make sure you eat the right food. And you can Google everything those days. You can look for Dr. Sebi. You can look for Dr. Mehta. You can look Ayurvedic food. You can search. You can go vegan. Whatever it is that you need to get healthy. And the rest is also very important. De-stress yourself. De-stress you. Make sure that everything you do is in alignment with your feelings. I feel good with this, I do it. I don't feel good with it, I don't do it. And believe in yourself because you have every component that God has is in you because you are made to his
Image.
similarity
His image.
image. And so we are all a little God because we are all so creative, we are all so powerful that we can use that to heal ourselves in any situation. And it's not only in healing, it's not only for your body, it's also for your mind, it's also for your family, it's also in communication, all of it. Your mindset is the first thing that you have to get cleared. Make sure of that.
Okay.
And a lot of love.
A lot of love. Thank you so much, Nikki. This was your program, Intimate Matters. I'm your host, Jacinta Bryce. I am so grateful today that we had such I think, one of the best programs I've ever had because this is going to heal us, not only body, but also our minds. We remember we have warm lunches on Stacia from Sunday to Thursday and on St. Martin from Monday to Friday. And we are also sponsored by Lopez Services in the Netherlands and also Bel Air Beach Hotel here on St. Martin. We would like to thank you, Mervyn, for every week having the patience with us. I want to thank all the listeners. We are not completely over yet, but we have a couple of minutes. Thank all the listeners. Please share this program. I normally don't advertise all that much, but I think this is one that is worth sharing because too many of our people are falling ill. Too many of our people are, we are losing them, our young people, we are losing them. And I don't think it has to be. I think that we can do much, much, much better in taking care of our health. Nikki, I think that you're a treasure. I would love to get in touch with you for
Thank you.
a counseling session. I don't know. I heard you say that you balance your time very well, so I know that maybe you don't take on too many clients. But if it's okay
Yeah,
and someone asks me, let me know if we can share your number so that you can maybe.
absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that's
Yes,
great.
sure. I'm here to serve. I'm on this world to serve. Anybody that needs that, I will be there.
Yes, and I think again the balance is very important.
Very important.
Very, when
Yes,
we live,
absolutely.
not you, but we live on islands where we have enough sun, we have the beach, but still we live as if we have to be rushing and rushing every day,
Yeah,
it's not necessary.
yeah.
And
No,
I
you
believe in
want you want to be you want to be the West. That's why.
no, I don't want to beat it. And I think that we should take the time and go outside and pick up surat. I think we should go and pick a mango and pick the stuff that grow
Yeah,
on our islands
yeah,
and
yeah.
just again heal our bodies.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I agree for 100% with you.
I hope you can visit us soon, Nikki.
I hope so too.
Yeah,
I will let you know when I'm coming.
yes. Give
Yeah.
beautiful Amari our regards. And the
Thank you.
next time I call, I hope we can. She's 12 now.
She's 12, yes.
Yes, I hope the next time we can greet her quickly in the program.
Good. Let's do that.
Yes,
Good.
I want to
Okay.
thank all my listeners for listening on a weekly basis. I want to thank those of you that encourage us. I want to thank our sponsors also. You remember that we air every Sunday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. on radio station, but you can also revisit the program on Facebook, usually on my page or the radio station's page. Thank you all very much for listening. And Nikki, all the best to you.
Thank you.
And thanks again for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks to you for having me.
Thanks. You glad you're here.
Good.
Glad you're
Bye
here.
bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Stay in peace and love.
Thank you. We will.